Nexxlegacy.
I know this has to be her. Angelique, where you at?
What's up?
Where you at? What's up, girl? Happy ladies' night.
Man, how you doing?
I'm straight. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know how to put the babies to sleep.
Of course, of course. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your responsibilities before you come and holler at your fans and your peoples that, you know what I'm saying, that tunes you in and checked you out, you know what I'm saying, over the years and stuff. So, you know, how the family doing, though?
Our family's doing great. They're definitely blessed. Definitely can't complain. How's yours doing?
I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? Daughter's good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The station's good. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we talked. I think the last time we talked was when we did the thing for Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Blessed us, so it's been a minute, but I would like to thank you for returning. And I mean, you know, I didn't like holler at you and get in your ear because, you know, hey, I would personally want to do it. That was a little bit me, but it was a lot of people be like, hey, how you know Angelique Bates, and you know what I'm saying, what's she up to and what's up? So my man Vernon, who's on the line, you know what I'm saying, he's in KC. You know what I'm saying? He said he's a big fan of yours. He was like, hey, I remember I used to watch her on All That, and she was ooh-wee.
Yeah, for real.
Tell her, man. I ain't gonna speak no more on your behalf. So you better tell her, man. You got her on the line right now. So go ahead.
Nah, for real. You know, I remember all that. You know what I'm saying? Come on and stuff like that. I was like, man, because I remember. I tell you one thing I remember you used to do. It was you and Keenan. Y'all used to do that cooking show, and that shit used to have me rolling. Yeah, the chocolate show. Man, that shit used to have me rolling. But nah. I thought you was real high back every day. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? If I was in middle school or something like that, you know, I probably could get at her.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys are supporting the show, you know.
Hey,
you guys actually helped make the movie go.
It was a great show. I hated when y'all left, man. I was like, when y'all left, it got kind of whack. But, you know what I'm saying? It was... No, for real. I'm just being real with you. Ask Brandon. I just keep it real.
I agree with you because I caught some of the episodes. So.
Yeah. I'm like, what is they talking about on here?
Yeah, it went way left field.
Yeah, it not only it did, but I was telling one of the homies that called in, you know, new guy or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, giving love to ladies' night. I told him that, you know, like, you was really, I mean, you know, with all the stuff that they got right now on Nick, with all the little, you know, I guess you could say middle teen stuff that's on there nowadays, like, y'all was really like some massive trendsetters when it came to, you know, having a show that was a factor as far as being there. You know, the comedy was good. The way y'all handled y'all business was real official, like, you know what I'm saying, when you first started. So, I mean, do you still get people coming up to you and be like, hey, I appreciate you doing your thing back then?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, like the ones that really like hit me is the young generation, like the 10-year-olds, because, you know, back when we did that, they weren't, you know what I'm saying, really thought of. You know, they were probably like, 1, 2 years old. So for 10-year-olds to be coming up to me, it still blows my mind because I was at my brother's basketball game. And this little girl, she came up to me. Well, actually, her mom came up to me first and was like, you know, hey, you the girl from All That? Because my daughter, she keeps on saying that you're the girl from All That. And I was like, yeah. So the little girl came up to me, and the little girl wants to be an actress. So, you know, they were asking me advice and everything. And, you know, I'm from this camp called AGC, which is actually Wendy Raquel Robinson School. I'm not sure you guys remember her, but she's from the game, and then she did the Steve Harvey show. And that's her school. And yeah, and that's the school I grew up from. Like, I was with them and started out there in Rascals. Then I went to Amazing Grace Conservatory, so it was, like, all about kids. And her school actually helped me. Like, it helped mold me. We did acting, singing, theater, everything, music, you name it. That's what we did. Merlin Santana used to come through, rest in peace, and speak to all the kids. And we used to have, like, other celebrities come through and actually motivate the kids because it's, like, right in the heart of Crenshaw, which is, like, right in the heart, like the hood. So, you know, all those kids getting to see that, and a lot of those kids from her camp ended up doing commercials. Actually, one of them, Leon, who was on All That, he was from her camp, too. So it's like a lot of us actually branched off. And like I was helping out the little girl, and it's like she was just really happy, and it's just like it makes me happy to know that I can touch little kids. Even the girl, because I don't remember. I think her name's Kiara, or she was one of the new All That cast members about like 4 years ago, and she was saying that she used to watch it, and for me to have been like the only black girl that was on there originally, it helped give her motivation and hope that she could be on the show, and that like blew my mind.
Yeah, that's epic to hear, especially when you have, you know, people that really follow you, what you do for your artwork. Because, you know, I mean, and I was going to ask you this later, but I might as well ask you now since you kind of brought up the fact that, you know, there's a lot of people that do look up to you for the work that you have put in. Like, one of my questions is, you know how TV is right now. It's just so lopsided with different type of stuff, from reality shows to, you know, we don't really know what's real and what's art, you know what I mean, no more. A lot of people's confused right now. So my thing is, like, I mean, how can you actually approach a person, say for instance, branded, like myself? I want to try to do the acting. I feel it's my passion. I ain't trying to do it for stardom, fame, or whatever. I feel like it's artwork. You have, you know, someone such as myself that want to do it. Like, how can you actually encourage someone when to put it for a better word, it's rough when you look at TV right now. Like, so I ain't gonna lie, Angelique. Sometimes I just turn this shit off. I'll be like, no, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's just bad. Like, and I'm trying to figure out, like, how can you go about trying to encourage somebody to really, you know, update craft when all we see is just we see madness on TV now. Yeah, we just see madness, like. For real.
Don't even feel bad, because my household literally watches just Disney DVDs and like cartoons, like or Baby Einstein, because I can't watch the TV because it's crap. Literally everything is whack. But right now we're in the world of reality TV, and I mean all that I can say really is to continue to perfect your craft. Definitely do the acting classes, and just keep on practicing. Do theater, because people still love theater, because there's a lot of people that's not filming this whole reality TV. And, I mean, It's gone downhill completely. And somebody's going to get tired enough where they're going to be like, okay, let's go back to the real shows. Let's go back and do a movie that does not have a well-known actor. We want that fresh face. We want all of that again. Once the money starts dying out, they're going to switch it again, because people are getting tired. Because it's like, why pay $10 for crap? Pretty much. We both know, like, the movie prices have gone up ridiculously. And it's just like the concept is crazy. You could only do about three seasons of a reality show, and then you have to switch and go to another one. Like, they might do one more Ray J show, if they do that, but it's the same concept, okay? He has about 10, 15 chicks, okay? He does whatever, and he picks the one at the end. Then he has the reunion show, same concept, The Bachelor. Okay, they got all these chicks. He sleeps with all of them, picks one, maybe he marries her, maybe he doesn't. You got I Love New York. It's the same concept.
Right.
Somebody's going to get tired, so you just have to be ready when that door opens. Don't miss that opportunity, because they're going to want fresh faces. And just like I said, just keep on doing stuff, whether it's extra work. Like, a lot of people nowadays, like, they get tired of extra work, but a lot of casting directors are looking at extras, because you could actually be a featured extra, and you end up passing up the ones that did regular auditions. They're like, well, how did that person get casted? Because when I did Love Doesn't Cost a Thing, actually, one of the girls that was one of the leads in there, she started out. I ended up finding out she started out as an extra, and they actually wrote her into the movie. It was supposed to be, I think, only 5 cheerleaders, and it ended up being like 6. Yeah, and she was an extra.
That's
so
big,
it's like you never know what they're looking for. It's just like, just keep on perfecting your craft. Do like I said, the classes. You can never get enough education, never. And the game is constantly flipping, so you definitely got to stay on your P's and Q's, because you got people dancing, singing, rapping, producing, modeling that are like triple threats, and you just got to stay ready.
Let me ask you this, because, you know, like you said, we're in the world of reality shows, and I've interviewed a lot of reality show women, in men over the past 3 years or so, and I mean, we already know how the cycle of reality shows go, but as an actress, an established actress such as yourself, when you have men and women that come from reality shows that branch out into trying to do something else, be it if it's acting or something else, or let's just put it acting for right now.
Right.
Why do you think there's a big, huge thing with them being typecasted?
Well, as far as reality, it's a stereotype.
Just your opinion, because I feel like your opinion will hold water because you are an established actress who's done shows, multiple movies, and you went in without being on a reality show, so you
Right.
you know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, it's funny you said it because after Nickelodeon, because one thing, reality shows, the majority, I'll say 97, not even 98, 97% of it is fake. They actually call us to go in and play these characters. Like Fifth Wheel. Fifth Wheel used to be completely fake.
Right.
And I actually had got called in on one of those. And that was before, reality shows was, the big thing or whatever. And I regret doing one of those shows because it was just like a complete stereotype. It was completely the opposite of Nickelodeon, Boston Public, and all that. And the way they wanted me to act, I was just like, I can't even act like that because that's just not me. And they mixed regular actors with people off the street, and it was a bad combination because you had people off the street thinking that you for real, right, and not knowing how to react. So they're acting straight ignorant on TV, and you sitting here trying to stick with the script.
Right.
And it was just like a bad concept. And reality TV is based on stereotypes, point blank. They want, especially if you're black, whether the shows that I mentioned already, I'm not going to mention them again, they pretty much want us acting like circus people, pretty much.
Right.
That's what makes them money. They don't want to sit there and act educated or whatever.
Circus people, keep it real, Angelique. Circus clowns, they want you to be circus clowns.
Well, sometimes when you use clown, I didn't want to get hit up on Twitter and they'd be like, oh, she's cool. You know how Twitter comes down.
For real, they're like, yeah, Angelique over there saying that motherfuckers is clowns. And ooh.
Right, have me up on TMZ and media.
Hey, you ain't lying. But why do you think that a lot of the people they want to jump from being a reality person? That could have been a craft they wanted to do, or they just have no experience. Because I'm gonna keep it real, like there's a lot of people that I know from reality shows that had no aspirations of wanting to do acting until they went on a reality show. But then when they left the reality show, okay, I want to be an actor now, or I want to be an actress now, or I want to be this.
That's because they think it's easy. One thing about reality shows that some people don't know is upfront reality shows pay you from $200 to $500. It's easy money. It's real quick. When you do a show like the radio show or you do those dating shows, I think it's like it goes for like 3 months, 2 months. You get paid every week. Like you might get paid $1,000 every week. It's easy money. It's real quick. They advertise for that like on Craigslist, like the internet. It's easy to get on a reality show. You just flash a smile, wear a little bit of nothing, and you're on there, depending on, who it is and if they like you. It's easy money. So what they're thinking is, depending on what show it is, oh, now I'm all over the place. And we both know on the internet, Twitter, MySpace, they blow you up. It's nothing. You'll get like 1,000 hits to almost 1 million for nothing because you were on TV. So you got these clubs wanting to promote you now. People get big hitted. They think it's easy, but what they don't understand is because they are now in a box. Reality show, rarely are you going to go to that motion picture and be in that movie with Jada Pinkett. It's not going to happen.
I was going to ask you before you start talking a little bit more. I ain't seen no reality show person on no big budget movie.
It's not going to happen. It's just not, unless they're doing not even, you know what, it really varies. On some of the black movies, you might get some kind of love, only because the budget is a little bit different. But for the most part, you're not going to see a reality person, whether they think they're a star or whatever, be in a movie. It's
role.
just because
I'm
it's
talking
not going
about
to
major
happen.
role. Yeah, because I think there have been some reality show women that probably had like real small parts on some movies. Let me put that out there. I think I'm not completely sure, but I got a feeling that was a time or two. But I'm just saying. I mean, and then there's a lot of movie people that do movies that go straight to DVD, but
right.
yeah.
But then you also got to remember, in the reality shows, that's almost like a demo. The majority of them have either took off their clothes or did something. So that kind of kills the whole wholesome look. And when you have Warner Brothers or Lionsgate looking at that's kind of hard to put, you know what I'm saying, this person who just got into a cat fight and called this girl out of her name and was all drunk, wearing her thongs across the floor and jumped in the pool fighting over a guy. It's kind of hard to make her a mother of 3 and, she's the preacher's wife. You can't believe that. That whole concept kind of dead.
I feel you, honey, because there is that type that people look at me like, wow, you know what, she going to be casted for this and she trying to play this role, but didn't I just see her try to pull some chick hair over some dude in real life, like, quote unquote real life, like, that's what I mean about typecasting. So, I mean, has that ever happened to you through your career? Not just by, you being on a specific show, but, you know what I'm saying, just by you being a strong black woman. Have you been kind of like typecasted and stuff?
I got typecasted off of Nickelodeon because Nickelodeon was, that's almost kind of, we were the children's version of Saturday Night Live. And I believe a lot of actors, unless you were Eddie Murphy or, Jamie Foxx and Jim Carrey. Unless you were them, you pretty much got typecasted because some casting directors don't have imaginations. They're like, okay, she's a comedian. That's what she does. She dips herself in chocolate or whatever. Like we were doing the most on all that. So to try to go from that and let's say you're trying to put me in a movie like Judgment Day or something like that, it's kind of hard to believe that, I could be sitting here fighting aliens or something. And but I was just doing a chocolate scene or, hitting super dude with milk. Like, people don't have an imagination.
But Angelique, how do you fight through that, though? Because you have, like, I mean, even, like, your Gary Coleman's is probably typecasted, and you have your, you have your certain shows that you have people that when they play, like everybody knows, and up until, recently, I know, Keisha Knight, a.k.a. Rudy from the Cosby Show. I know a lot of people would always say, like, you know what I'm saying, it'll be hard for her to get a gig because they can't just see nobody else but just little Rudy. You know what I mean? So, how do you fight past that, especially when your critics, your credits are real solid as far as you being an actress. So how do you push past that?
Well, one thing about, first let me put something out there. One thing about Keisha is I give her major props. Keisha stepped out of the business and went and got her degree. Mm-hmm. Then when she was done and got her backup, she came back. And Keisha actually has Bill Cosby and them backing her up. So she hasn't she hasn't been hit with it the way some of us have because we don't have a Bill Cosby and them backing us up like that. So I've noticed that with pretty much the African-American actors, we tend to hit that worse than the others. We get stereotyped. It's like when they look at it, it's like, oh, okay, they're this or they're that, whatever character it was. But if you have a Hannah Montana or whatever, like they don't care. Like she's Disney, she was Goof Troop, whatever she was doing, but then they put her in the movie that she was doing, her music and everything. And then what was that stunt that they did on Vanity Fair where they were trying to, backlash her, but that brushed over. Now, had that been me or somebody else, we would have been done.
Right.
They wouldn't have thought twice. Like, my Disney contract would have been over. It would have been a wrap. I've noticed with the African Americans, it's I'm not playing a race card, but it's true. We tend to get hit with their worst, and they will go to another actor. And unfortunately, for some of the black actresses, they would rather us take our clothes off.
Right.
Either we have an actor putting his tongue down our throat or something. It's true. Like the majority, I'm not going to mention no names, but it was one particular female actress, and she was hot for a couple years. She was on all the magazine covers and everything, but it seemed like every single role that she had, they had her taking her clothes off. And she was the main female actress, but they didn't have any of the other actresses doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seemed like they was just dogging her out every single role. It was like if she wanted to be in this movie, she had to do this. And some of the scenes didn't even, it didn't even call for that. It was just like they were just doing it just because. So it's like we have to play so many games.
Yeah, that's heavy. I mean, especially because and the shame thing about it though, Angelique, is because it's an art form. It's something that you perfected, and you still working on a craft. It's a God-given thing, and I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100 though. It's a lot of people that really ain't into the art form of acting because they just see it as a little step thing, to kind of boost their own, either self-ego, the opportunities, or whatever you want to call it. But when you went in and did it, and you've been around for a while, I could tell just by the work you've done with everything you've been across that it's your passion, it's what you love to do, and we don't see that nowadays, which is one of the things I wanted to lead into as well. I wanted to basically kind of throw it out like this. I feel like this, since this is ladies' night, and this is just like me thinking real long and hard about it, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, you know what? These women really need to get the shine they deserve, because there's a lot of women in the industry of music, entertainment that needs to be put on the front. But to me, here's the problem. And Angelique, and even Jazzy, I know you on the line, sweetie. As women, y'all can back me up on this. To me, I think it kind of came to a crash. I could say this about music, entertainment, and everything. I think it came to a crash when women started getting them breast implants and started sticking out their ass a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I think that perception pretty much just kind of started killing the whole thing as far as, how a woman is supposed to be treated in the business of entertainment. Correct or not?
Yeah, I can agree to that. And then when some of the male rappers started switching their concept, and it became cool to say, hoe and all that other stuff, and the females were sitting there, oh, I want to be that hoe in that video. So, and they were proud about it. The whole concept just changed because, before, back in the day, it was just like, oh, my God, you just called me a hoe? No way. I'm not about to do that. Now it's just like, yeah, I'm that chick, or, it's like they proud about it. Like the reality shows, you got all these chicks fighting to pretty much do the same thing. Who's the better hoe?
Be like, yeah, that's my bitch right there. Or, yeah, that's my hoe right there. It. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be like, woo woo, yes sir, yes indeed. I'm that bitch.
Right, and you got 12-year-olds singing stuff like that. So the whole concept of females and the respect is gone.
Because that's what I really like. You know what I'm saying? I really love the art form that real women put out. You know what I'm saying? Be it if it's past stuff in music and entertainment, and even to this current day, there's still a lot of people such as yourself and like you said, Keisha. There's so many other people that's out there really trying to get it. And I just feel like now it's just, we got blinded. I mean, as men, don't get me wrong, it's good to look at a beautiful body. I swear it is.
Right.
But, like I said, I feel like when everybody started altering their bodies, get the butt and breast implants and, all that other stuff, and they really started, pushing that movement out there, that's when you started seeing it go from, back in the, late 80s, early 90s, like, MC Light and Queen Latifah and some of these other women, they didn't put that out there like that. You know what I'm saying? They was out there doing it. That's why they won, because a lot of people did look past, the outer part of it and looked at what they was actually doing. You feel me? So
and who fell victim to all that with the plastic surgery? Little Kim. Because when she came out, she was real. And as far as a female artist, she's still hardcore. I'm sorry. To me, she still can't be touched. But
no doubt.
Everybody can tell that she's had, cosmetic surgery. Mm-hmm. And I feel that she did that because of how Hollywood is. And she went into that. Hollywood wasn't that way. But unfortunately, it seemed like Hollywood kind of accepted her because the dance show that she was on, Dancing with the Stars. And it's just like all these little politics. It's like, oh, well, you have to look like a China doll in order for us to mess with you. And that's unfortunately how some of the black females feel. Okay, well, if I straighten my hair, or I have these perfect arched eyebrows, or I have these gray eyes, my nose is just a little bit sharper, my lips are smaller, then they'll show me love.
Yeah.
And then when they're done, it's like you're still stuck with that. And it's crazy. As far as the music game, also, the reason why my career is like gone so slow as far as the transition into music is because I have been hit with so many things despite me being on Nickelodeon. I actually had a producer come to me, and he was a well-known producer because pretty much my lyrics, they're street, but you don't hear me talking about, oh, I'm grabbing my crotch and all that. I don't talk like that, and never will, because one, I have too many followers from Nickelodeon, and it's really hard to get the fan base that I have. Like, I have little kids, I have grandparents, I have parents. I have a very strong fan base, and I'm not trying to lose that fan base over a quick dollar. And I had this dude tell me, he was just like, I spit the flow for him, and he was just like, oh, yeah, that's sick or sick, whatever. And he was like, no, but you need to start talking about this, and you need to have your skirt this high. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not going to sell my soul. And I'm not saying that everyone else sold their soul. If that's what they do and that's their prerogative, that's what they do. For me, I would be selling my soul. And he told me, well, you know what? You ain't going to make it. I said, well, if that's what it takes for me to be on the cover in a G-string or talk about this and lose all my fans, and I guess you're right, I don't want to make it. Because I got kids now, personally, and I'm not trying to have nobody Google me and show my kids me with my booty hanging out talking about making clap. And the internet for years.
Hey, Angelique, wouldn't that be hella funny, though? It'd be like, your kid would be like, Mommy, is that you? And you over here like, you know what I'm saying, you like driving it, you be like, oh, hell no.
Right, doing backflips, flying down the pole.
You know what I mean? Like making your booty dance and shit like that. And you be like, oh, that's not your mommy, like, no. Nah, but see, I feel you though, like, cause your demographics is your demographic is like, you know what I'm saying, from like 5 to 65. So you know what I'm saying,
right?
Your whole image, you don't want to tarnish that. And to me, I think that's a win when you can say, hey, you know what, you was on a show, on a kids show that was an impact show. Like, you know what I'm saying, me and Verna, we like we said earlier, it's just like, man, it's a lot of memories that we could talk about from all that. It's just like real big. So, you know, and then you got mama saying that, hey, I used to love you. I used to sit down and watch you with my kids and stuff like that's too big. Like if I ever have that, I would never want to lose that at all, and I would do everything in my power to keep that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I think that's universal right there.
And we're overseas. That's hard to get.
Exactly.
Like, we're in different languages we've never spoke. So, I cherish all that. I'm in Amsterdam right now, so, I'm good.
Yeah. So what you doing right now as far as the acting thing? You still got some, plans as far as doing all that stuff, or?
Well, I'm still doing the acting. I just signed a contract with MPD. It's my public debut. So, they're hopefully we have a lot of great things coming up. I'm, working on the Haiti relief right now because, I'm part Haitian, so, that kind of hit home and that kind of slowed down a lot of the things I was doing. I had to put that on hold as far as the studio and everything because I've been trying to help get water and food and clothes over to Haiti and just figure out how we're going to help everybody because that actually hit home. Like, I still have a lot of family members over there that I haven't gotten in touch with. So we're still dealing with that. As far as the music, it's a politics game right now because I'm not willing to do certain things. So I'm still doing chess moves to find ways around because it got to the point where I produce my own stuff. Like, I make my own beats. I record myself. I put out my songs. Like, I don't even really, I have a producer, but, he has so many other artists that, he works on them and he goes, on tour or whatever. So pretty much it's like if you want to get something done, you have to do it on your own. And because I'm doing it on my own, I'm balancing school, I'm balancing acting, I'm balancing my kids, it's not going as fast as some people want it to go. But I'm just like, if you want me out there right now, then, help me out. But if you're not willing, then, hey, when it comes out, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I did it all on my own. I didn't have to sell myself. I didn't have to play any games. You won't see any sex tapes coming out. None of that. She made it. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we got this sex tape trying to pull me back down. Nah.
You hella crazy. I love you for that, though. For real.
You know, I'm going to stay on top.
Hey.
It's going to be hard.
That's big. Nah, just, I always looked at you like, and thank God for Twitter because, like I said,
right.
For me, I think that's like the ultimate networking game. And to me, to have a vehicle like this for you to kind of, come in, because I always looked at you and like I said, it was an honor for you when we was, doing our dedication show to Michael Jackson, and for you to call in and give us some of your time back then was big too. So it's now, like, trust me when I tell you this, that and Vernon and Jazzy and all these listeners out here, y'all could pretty much just kind of say it's like, we need more people like you because you've done it and you continue to do it. We need more of you up front instead of be it if it's in the back somewhere. Or, not out there like, to me, I feel like you deserve it, you know what I mean? Because you deserve the very, very, very best because of what you've accomplished so far. So, it would be good to see you on, not just on the big screen and not just on TV and stuff like that, but just for you to be able to keep pushing this word out there. Because if you can inspire that one little girl that you was talking about earlier, man, you could do so much more with so much that you got. Because, Vernon is hardly ever quiet on my show, so for him to just be quiet right now and take notes, it's just like real big right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking it all in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, seeing you on all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, man, she's just wild, crazy girl. She's probably funny, had you laughing for days or whatever. And I'm listening to you, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother side of you. And you know what I'm saying?
She's funny though.
Like,
don't get me wrong, bro. She's funny though. She's still cracking people up though. I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing you on Twitter, Angelique. You be getting it in.
I have.
Some people that's their job to be funny. They're like, hi, make you laugh, and then you know what I'm saying, you talk to them and be like, damn, you boring as fuck,
Right.
But and it's real talk. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm listening to you, I'm like, I would love, like, for real, to see you in, like, a major film or something like that, because real talk, like, I love Halle Berry to death or whatever, but damn, I'm tired of seeing Halle, you know what I'm saying? You see Halle in every damn thing. Or I'm tired of seeing, the same old chicks, you know what I'm saying? And I respect what you said about the whole not taking your clothes off thing, because, the first time, like, Brandon can back me up on this, the first time you see a girl, like, if I see Alicia Keys and some Daisy Dukes or some shit, I'm going to be like, oh, shit, yeah, okay, all right. But then after that, it's like, ain't nothing left to the imagination after that, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Right.
So I'm like,
that is the thing about your clothes. It's like, if you're going to take your clothes off, at least do it tastefully.
Exactly.
Leave something to the imagination, just like you said, but go ahead.
You can be sexy without that, because I don't know if y'all seen the new Alicia Keys video, you know what I'm saying, Sleep with a Broken Heart. Mm-hmm. That joint is sexy, man. I'm like, damn. And you know what I'm saying, she ain't naked in the video, or she ain't got all her clothes off. You know what I'm saying, she looked nice in the video. And that's the type of shit I like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can show me your ass and all this other shit, but that, like, after you even showed it to me, it's like, I don't need to see nothing else from you no more, especially if your ass ain't got no talent.
Yeah, I think that's where women can win, like, when you have more people like Angelique, when you have more people like Alicia Keys, when you have more people like, Keisha Knight, Pulliam, when you have more people like, I can just go on and on with a lot of people that's really on some real, arts and crafts type of stuff when it comes to this business. So when you have more people in the front like that, it's going to show all these other people like, hey, you know what, I can, not pull down my skirt, but, you know what I'm saying, just like, have it at a decent length. Or I could just, I don't have to go get them implants, or I don't have to get all that other type of stuff. Because to me, it's like, that's where to me, I think that's the whole thing where it fell for women, was because when they started altering themselves and they started putting it out there, then the men started really gravitating to that, and then that was where it all just kind of changed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is looking at women like that instead of like what we were just saying, because I can still real quick. I can still say that Angelique is sexy. She ain't gotta, like, drop her skirt down and you know what I'm saying, do that, and hey, I could leave it up to my imagination for the rest, you know what I mean? So, that's just,
Yeah,
as a heterosexual guy, I just, hey, you know what, she's sexy, she ain't got to drop it down like that, like, that's still hot.
man, real talk, like, and this me being real, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never liked a girl that get implants and shit like that, because that shit is fake to me. It's just like me coming up to you in like a police officer uniform, be like, you under arrest. Be like, oh, damn, I'm sorry, officer. Be like, oh, I'm not a damn officer. I'm just telling you, you under arrest. I'm like, what
stupid, man. You
I'm
stupid. You gonna say police officer even though you ain't no police officer.
Right.
Yeah, but I just play one. I just play one in real life. Like,
I ain't no real police officer. What the fuck you talking to me like that? Or whatever, that shit. Like, me, like my girl, like I don't like my girl, you know what I'm saying? I ain't crazy about the whole makeup thing because, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to love you regardless. If you got makeup on or not, you know what I'm saying, the makeup ain't gonna make no difference to me because I already know what you look like. So I'm like, all these implants and ass plants, I didn't even know you could get fucking ass plants. I'm like, who the fuck does that shit?
Let me ask you a question real quick, Angelique.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a G-rated question, so we're gonna have a G-rated section before we let you go. Like,
Okay.
like the Nickelodeon as it is of today, because I know my daughter, she's a big iCarly fan. She's a big fan of what was that one other show? It's a couple shows, I forget, but iCarly stands out. iCarly stands out because it's one of them. She has everything iCarly right now. Like,
oh
real.
wow.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about it now versus when you first started? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I think you guys was the platforms to like how everything is right now. Like all the success that these shows have right now, like the Hannah Montanas, the iCarlys, the a lot of them shows. Like, how do you feel about it now? I mean, and do your kids still rock out with Nickelodeon?
I mean, how I feel about it, I believe we started it all because actually before us was, I believe, Clarissa Explains It All or something like that, and Nickelodeon wasn't even popping like that. Like, the kids shows, it wasn't popping like that. When we came on, we sat away, and it's just like, they kind of like low-key forgot about us, but it's cool because those that remember us, they know what we did, and we did. We sat the way for all the shows, the iCarly, Cousin Skeeter, all of that. Right. And if they showed us the love that they show the new shows now, like, it would have been just crazy. Because, when we came on, kids shows wasn't really that popular.
Right.
Now, it's like, we probably would have had some dolls and shirts. Well, we got the shirts, but, it just would have been a bigger ball field for us if the way the shows are now, they were doing it back then.
Right.
But,
man, real talk,
it is what it is.
All that had the best fucking theme song of all time, dog. That was my shit, dog.
No doubt.
We had TLC. You couldn't even beat that. And low-key, the beginning was originally different. The beginning was TLC, the video, the intro, but they ended up switching it out to us because the network said it was too much TLC. But I'm like, man, they're the ones singing the song. But the original one that was actually on our pilot, that was super dope. You had Left Eye, you had Chili, T-Boz, and, I mean, it was dope. And that whole experience as far as the music artists was the business. And that's one thing that I miss about that show. I got to meet a lot of people that normally on any other given day I wouldn't have met. I got to meet Aaliyah, rest in peace. I got to meet Left Eye. I mean, they were great people. And just to meet those people, Usher, like, our show was one of the first shows Usher came to when he first got signed.
I remember.
Yeah, Usher and Brandy. Our show was the first thing. Yep. Like, when, Brandy still had the braids, and Ray J came with her before, when Ray J was off of Sinbad show.
I remember.
So it's like, so it's like, our show was like the beginning show for a lot of artists. So all that really did play a big role in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. And see,
not too many everybody.
People, yeah, see, not too many, a lot of people, it's kind of like re-educating people and letting people know there is more to it than just what you see right now, because what you see now compared to what you didn't get a chance to see. But please, people, educate yourself, because my daughter, like, I have like some old all that shows and stuff like that, and she's heavy, like, what I'm saying, that's what I mean, like, what I'm saying, my daughter could, like, identify you, like, real quick, you know what I mean, like, that, to me, it's just, like, big, it's big, though, you know what I'm saying, I don't think a lot of people really, if you know Angelique, but a lot of people either don't know, they should know, because it's a lot of it is just kind of like, what all of our folks used to say about all of we had more soul in our music, and woo 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 woo. We had more soul in our acting back in the day with our actors and actresses at a young age. Like, don't forget, at a young age. You know what I mean? So, that was big. That was big. You still keep in touch with the fellas, Keenan and Kel? Y'all still keep in touch?
I haven't talked to Kel in years. I think Keenan. I haven't talked to Keenan in years. The last time I saw Keenan was actually on Wild 'N Out, Nick's show. And but I talk to Kel like all the time. Remember, he got a Twitter page, and Elisa, he stay like right down the street. And they did my baby shower, Katrina, all like we're real close. Yeah, so we're real close, and we actually, me, Elisa, and Katrina, we have this comedy CD out called Acting Out with AKA, and we're doing that, and we did independent film called Sisters. So we're still doing our thing. It's just a lot of the ones from all that got typecast real bad, more so than others. So it's just pretty much trying to, I guess, break that mold or whatever. But everyone's still trying to do their thing.
Right.
What about the white dude? Y'all still kicking with him?
Josh? Man, I need to put an A3 out on him. I don't even know where he at.
That dude has disappeared, huh?
Man, he's gone. He's probably off married or something. I don't know, man. We don't even know where Josh is at. Josh or Lori Beth.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah,
ATP out on both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Real. Yeah, there it goes.
and you know what? Before we wrap this up, Angelique, you know what I'm saying? To me, I think when it comes to having situations and having shows like this, where every Tuesday night is ladies' night, and other things that we do. What do you think personally, outside of just waiting for that, revolving door to kind of revolve right back into it, as far as bringing the realness of entertainment, TV, movies, and music, and then to the forefront? What do you think it's going to take, though? Like, we already know it's going to come back eventually, but how can people be able to have the patience when it looks real dark for them to be able to try to shine?
Oh, man. Everyone's pretty much going to have to start doing stuff on their own. Like, as far as independent, people are really going to have to start putting themselves out there. Like independent films, independent record labels, hustling with these mixtapes. Because, Lil Wayne is a perfect example. Right. He hustled, and look at him now. But Master P, he did it all with his money. So you're just going to have to just put yourself, if you're waiting for somebody to, you're that next star, we're going to make you a star, and, okay, we're going to do this to you, we're going to do that, we might give you 3 years, or we might give you a season, and after that, then what? Because sometimes a lot of people put faith in their agents. And it's like, once you're done with that season, then what happens? We've seen people just disappear. Nowadays, you won't even make it a season. You might get canceled after the second episode. So it's like you just have to be prepared and just market yourself, put money in yourself. Drake. What did Drake do? Drake did not have a record label at all. This dude came off of, what was it, Degrassi, whatever that show was, and marketed himself with a mixtape. And look at Drake now. Like, perfect story. If he had waited and he just, was off Degrassi, is it even still on? Is it canceled or what? Degrassi?
Oh, that shit's still on.
It is? Okay, the Saturday morning shows, I don't do that. So, but he would have.
It ain't no Saturday morning show. That shit is too gangster. I wouldn't even send my kids to Degrassi. That shit is getting shot, drugs, people getting pregnant. Dead.
I remember my mom, she was turning to something, and I was like, what is this? I was like, you got cable? And she was like, no, this is a regular TV. I was like, oh, man. So, you know, he would still be riding off of that in the wheelchair doing his thing, but he took the initiative and used his money and did mixtapes. And, see, people had different concepts of mixtapes, and he kind of flipped the mold of what mixtapes are, and he pushed himself. So if you're trying to wait on the industry to be like, oh, we want real people now, it's going to take the viewers and us to change the game. Because right now, we're the reasons why it is the way it is.
No doubt.
But Warner Brothers and them, they're not going to change anything because they're still making money. If it's not broke, why fix it?
Right. And
So
in order for us to really just kind of like, you know, if you don't want to see a lot of reality shows, or if you don't want to hear certain music, certain, you know, like, you know, everybody, to me, everybody is talented. Everybody has a talent. That's what they do. So I would never, ever knock nobody for what they do. But at the end of the day, if it's something that you feel like, hey, I think I need to educate him or her and let them know that, hey, you know what, this is, to me, is, you know, being real about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is really trying to fake it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people trying to fake acting. They trying to fake doing music. They trying to fake, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other, you know what I mean? So, you know, end of the day, it's going to take all of us to really kind of be about it and just be like, hey, let's just try to push this real stuff in the front. Get these people like Angelique and all these other people in the front, because it's got to change. I swear it's got to change. We're going to have to,
And they need to be a little bit more considerate, because you have everyone out there trying to make a quick buck, and they're not caring about who's watching. Our younger generation, excuse my language, but it's fucked up, period. The younger generation is on something totally different from what we were on.
Exactly.
And they're sitting here listening to these rap songs and looking at these commercials. I remember back on Nickelodeon, we couldn't even say the word snot, for real. Networks would be down our throats. They're like, oh, no, you have to revise the script. We could not say snot. Now, I mean, I'll be walking by somebody's TV and they're saying, bitch, everything on TV. I'm like, whoa, like, are you serious? Nickelodeon actually had a movie. It was a movie that came out last month, and it was something. They were saying some words in there. They was just like, whoa, wait a minute, this is a children's network, and you guys are talking like that. Like, kids are very impressionable. And some of the things I have seen kids say and seen kids do is just crazy. And a lot of these artists aren't thinking about it. They're just thinking about themselves. A lot of these artists are selfish. It's just about them. And it's like, if they don't start thinking about someone other than themselves, we're in for a very rude awakening, because they say the children are the future. Well, if that's our future, then they are.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
That's why it's up to us to make sure that we educate our kids, you know, and they kids and somebody else's kids, and be like, hey, this ain't the way to go. You got to do it a certain way.
Right.
But, yeah, hopefully in time we'll be able to see that. But, you know, I want to see more of you, and hopefully I get a chance to, you know, really, you know, be in your lane someday soon, because you still in Cali, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right, well,
I'm a Cali baby.
all right, well, by the time, because you ain't too far from where I am, so, you know, we definitely need to link up ASAP. Tell the fam I said it was good. And do you got a special Valentine's? What are you doing on Valentine's Day this coming up weekend?
For Valentine's Day, I got a special Valentine's. I want to give a shout out to my fiance Brandon. Not the Brandon that I'm talking to on the phone, but you know, my fiance's name is Brandon. So
you gonna start a TMZ or you gonna start like a little? You like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go.
It's probably on Twitter right now. They're like, hey, don't follow me. You're about to get like 500 hits.
For real, they're going to be like, who you engaged to? Oh, look at that. Nah, but no,
right.
When's the big day for y'all?
We're going for next year. We haven't figured out the date yet, because like either it's going to be spring wedding or a summer wedding, but you know, it's still kind of fresh right now.
hey, can I politic an invite? Like, you know what I'm saying? We cool, right? Like, you know what I mean? We go way back. We've been knowing each other for a minute, so can I come? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when I get all the information.
Not only that, I need to meet this dude. So I can check him out for you. Like, I need to see if he's rocking with your movement. Like, I need to know.
Oh, he's rocking. I've known him for almost 11 years, so.
That don't matter nothing. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, be like, you know, my homeboy Brandon on the radio thing, he wants to meet you because he got like 50 questions for you, and I just want to see facial reactions when I come with question one.
Oh, what's question one going to be?
Question one is, what are your intentions, bruh? What's going on? What are your intentions? Hey, I'm trying to get all the business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's going down. but I wish you the best. But I definitely want to invite you. You definitely got to hook me up with one. So we got to definitely talk offline. So, you know, for sure. Give us your shout-outs and give us your plugs and, you know, all that stuff. Make sure you follow my girl Angelique on Twitter, though. Actually, I'm going to plug this one for you, though. Make sure you hit up my girl Angelique on Twitter. Make sure you go to Angelique Bates. And if you don't know how to spell Angelique Bates, I'm going to spell it for you right now. It's Angelique, Angelique, Bates, Bates. Make sure you go ahead and follow her up right now on Twitter. Like, not right now, like right now. Make sure you hit her up. And that's right. Make sure you hit up on MySpace, too, myspace.com/Angelique Bates, Alizay, Alizay. I said that right?
Yep, you did.
Hey, I'm on my thing tonight. Hey, I got it right.
And the guy hit up the YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube.
Nah, go ahead, give it to him. Go ahead, give it to him.
All right, you guys hit the YouTube. It has a whole bunch of videos on there, and the AKA with me, Elisa and Katrina. Just do youtube.com/Angelique Bates, and it'll come up. So, you know, I want to give a shout out to my twin fam, to you guys. Thank you for having me on the show. To my fam bam, to my little cousin. I know she's listening, but yeah. You know, anytime you guys want me, just hit me up.
Hey, no doubt. And Jazzy, you've been mighty quiet, so you better throw your hellos and stuff like that.
I know.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it because, like, I'm 21, so, you know, I grew up on all that. Like every day when I was younger, I was, like, glued to the TV, and my mom had to, like, literally turn off the TV to make me go to bed. So, I'm just listening.
she's like an R right now. She's like, oh. Am I really on the line with this woman right now? Like, oh my God. For real. Nah, but you are a blessing, sweetheart. I definitely appreciate you taking time out to hang out with us and stuff. And of course, you know, anytime I'm gonna hit you up when it comes to like educating the ladies and stuff like that, you have every right to come on here and rock not just your movement, but the life movement for women in general, because you earned that, you know what I'm saying, just by the hard work that you've been putting out and stuff, too, you know what I'm saying? So, many blessings to you and the fam and stuff, too, real deal.
All right, thank you very much. Same to you.
All right. Well, you know, hit me on Twitter. Don't be a stranger. And, you know, I'll link you up with Jazzy and Vernon, too, on Twitter, because they on there, too. Hey, wait, Jazzy, Vernon, y'all following my girl Angelique, right? Like.
Yeah, like, I just follow her.
Okay.
I'm going to get on and accept y'all.
I'm going to hit her up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she responds to me, you know what I'm saying? Because we got some stuff.
Let me tell you about Angelique. I'm about to be your publicist real quick. Like, you know, Angelique will hit you back and hit you back again, and she'll hit you back even when you not even expecting it. You know what I'm saying? She just might throw you a hello when you least expect it. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta hit her just so she can hit you. She's real active on it. So it's one thing I love about you is you not just push your line, but you hit up all your peoples, and as much people as you know, as they get on you and stuff like that, you will actually hit people back. So that's definitely love and respect. And that's from Branded, the publicist for Angelique Bates. Right there. For real. Nah, so, I got you, girl. I got you. For real. Nah, but on top, I appreciate it. Love you much, and keep me posted on everything on how you doing. And you know the station got you, always.
Right. All right, for sure.
All right, blessings, sweetheart. It is a beautiful Angelique Bates right here on your Tuesday Ladies Night. We'll be back.
Nexxlegacy.